This is going to show you how to do a line of best fit for a problem. And I've done a little bit of the work for you. So they just gave you the chart and you would have to put the graph together. So I went ahead and I graphed that to save us some time. So now you have this scatter plot, which is practically a straight line. So if you go here and you do your best fit line, now remember you want to get roughly half above and half below. Everyone's can be slightly different. And the larger I make that, probably the easier for you to see that. So we have something that looks like this. Now, I'm just going to say that that's going off the page. And I can observe from this that my line crosses right here at 60. So I know what my y-intercept is. So if I plug this in, I've got y equals mx plus b. I know my y-intercept is 60. So I'll just throw that in. Y equals mx plus 60. Okay, you might have had a slightly higher or a slightly lower point. Now I can estimate right now and just expect to know what my slope is. So it would be rise over run, right? So remember, rise over run really means the change in y over the change in x. So I'm going to take a look and I'm going from 60, and the next spot that I can see really well, I'm going to do this in blue. So I start here at 60, and this looks like a nice little path right here. So I'm going to count what's happening. So I'm going up 2. Keep in mind that really means I'm going up 20. So I would say my change in y is 20, and I'm running over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm going 5 boxes, but look at my scale. It is really only 2.5. So I'm going to say, oh, I'm running 2.5. So you've got to reach for your division now at this point and go ahead and divide 20 by 2.5. So when I do that, I get 20 divided by 2.5 gives me 8. So now I know my slope is 8, and I can go back and I can say, oh, my best fit line is y equals 8x plus 60. So if you're going to predict the final exam grade, so let me zoom out here. We'll predict a final, so my line of best fit equation is y equals 8x plus 60. A lot of us talked about how f of x is the same thing as y. That's something that you want to make sure you understand. F of x, g of x, h of x, anything. We'll talk a lot more about that this year. So you end up with 8x plus 60. And then you want to predict the exam grade for a student who studied for 6 hours. Now, incidentally, this is kind of off the page. So there's a reason that's off the page. They want you to have to use your equation. So you could have this wonderful graph that you continue drawing, but we've made it so you really can't fit it. So I'm going to take my equation, y equals 8x plus 60. And they said, I want you to predict if they've studied for 6 hours. So y is equal to 8 study hours, or x, 8 times 6 plus 60. So 8 times 6 gives you 48 plus 60. So really that's kind of interesting because you would predict 108%. Now that implies that your teacher actually has extra credit. That might mean that our slope is just a little bit extreme, and perhaps I should have had a lower angle on that slope. So you kind of know, wow, that's a little bit off. Maybe I need to adjust my line. So I'm going to do an experiment here. This is showing the lengths and corresponding ideal weights of sand sharks. I'm going to see if I can talk us through the calculator without showing the calculator. So if you want to do this, we could, of course, graph it by hand and come up with all of that, but we're going to try this one on the calculator. So what I want you to do is go ahead and open a new document. So you're going to go to the right of your calculator and you're going to choose New Document, which is choice 1. So choice 1. New document, and then you're going to hit enter. Now, if you have an old document in there, it'll ask you if you want to save, so that's up to you. I do have an old document. I'm going to say no. And you're going to have a choice. You can add lists and spreadsheets or data and statistics. So you're going to want to pick add lists and spreadsheets. So that was choice 2, I think. I need to do that again. So I'm going to not save. It's choice 4. So you're going to say add lists and spreadsheets. And then you're going to want to fill in your length and your weight. So once you've done that, you go up and you put in your name for it. So I'm just going to call the top one length, or you could call it L, you can call it whatever you want that's going to make sense to you. And then you're going to key in all of that data, and then you're going to key in all the data for weight. So I'm going to pause this, and when I come back, I will have entered in those things. So you should do that too. So now your data is in, so you're going to hit Control Dock. So Control is on the left-hand side, it's a blue button. And Dock is on the right-hand side, second from the top, underneath down. And that is adding a page. That will give you a choice, and you can add data and statistics. So that's choice 5. So you're going to add data and statistics. Now you're going to see that all of those are just on the graph everywhere. So you're going to have to key down and click to where it's, use your thing as a mouse pad, and you click to add the variable, and you know that you're going to want your variable, your L, to be your X, and I'll just mark that here, and your weight to be your Y. So on the right hand side, I called mine L and W. You may have called them something else. You want to click on L for your bottom one. And then on the side, you're going to click for W or weight, whatever you called it, to be your side. Now you should end up with this really quite pretty looking line. So I'll give you a second, pause and do that. Now I'm presuming you've paused. Now you're going to hit Menu, which is right below Dock. And when you do that, you have a choice to Analyze. So that is choice 4, and it's Analyze. So click Analyze. Go key down to it, and then hit that right arrow using your little click over, and you're going to go down to choice 6, which is a regression. And when you choose regression, you're going to right click it, and you want to show choice 2, which is linear. No, you want to show choice 1, which is linear y equals mx plus b. So mx plus b. And you'll click enter. And it's going to give you the equation for that regression. So I come up with, for my line of best fit, y equals, I always round to 2 decimal places. So you have 4.36, because it's 4.357 x. And it says plus, I see that it says plus negative 156. So I'm not sure why they have plus and negative. I'm going to say that's going to be minus 156.14. Notice that, at least in my case, the scale is all off, and my scale starts up at 105 and then 59. So I really have no idea where that is landing on the y-axis. I just have to trust that. We'll talk more about setting windows in the future. So that is how you would make a regression without pictures from a calculator. You're just having to follow my words.